What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. I've been waiting to see the future and upward potential of Sutff archetypes, and here we have a huge chunk of reveals of the @Ignisters. Not a reaction channel, but we're going to go ahead and read through these for the first time together, try to comprehend them, and see how I feel off them out of the gate. So, we've got AI, or Eyes, I'm going to call it Eyes monsters here, and we've got first up, Picari @Ignister. This is a level 4 light Sutff effect monster, attack 200, it says 1200, so that's conflicting, defense 600. You can only use this name's first and second effects once per turn each, so it's 1200 attack, I would assume. If this card is normal / special summon, you can add one eye spell / trap from your deck to your hand. You can target one @Ignister monster you control. Its level becomes 4 until the end of the turn. So if there's Xyz potential here, you have matching levels or Synchro potential. So that's pretty interesting that we're messing with levels in the Link era. Next up, we have Bururu @Ignister, a level 3 Sutff tuner effect monster. So there's the Synchro part, I suppose. Attack 600, defense 1000. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. If this card is normal or special summoned, I like that. Like, you know, you're able to continue to combo off if you're able to summon them. You can send one @Ignister monster from your deck to your graveyard, so you're able to Foolish Burial within your archetype with a tuner. That's pretty good. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Sutff Synchro summon, or a Sutff Synchro monster, I should say, you can target one monster in your graveyard that was used as a material for the summon, except Bururu @Ignister, and special summon it? Yo, so you can pass on effects and determine your timing later, should you get this out, and then, like, so you can basically stack your turn how you want it in terms of your activations of effects where you need them with this. That's the sign of a competitive deck and what you need. And so not only is it a tutor from deck to be able to send to the graveyard, but it's also going to be an additional extender. This is what you like to see in an archetype that's competitive. I'm getting more excited. This is what I'm hoping for. Doyon @Ignister. We've got a level 4 Dark Sutff effect monster, attack 400, defense 1600. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. If this card is normal / special summoned, once again, you can target one @Ignister monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, so that Foolish Burial can become a resource later. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Sutff Link monster, you can target an eye spell / trap in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So it's basically double refuel hand resources, so we need something that's usable / vital to be, you know, gotten back in the spell department from the eye spell / traps. Alright. We've got @Ignister, Achichi, I believe, a level 2 Fire Sutff effect monster. Attack 800, defense 800. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one level 4 or lower @Ignister monster from your deck to your hand, except Achichi Ignister. That's a fire spirit. So it's the Rhoda for the archetype, but, you know, missing 1,000 attack points versus most Stratos-like effects. At the start of the damage step, when a Sutff monster you control battles, you can banish this card from your graveyard, destroy your monster. Alright, we'll figure that one out later, mayhaps. Next one looks like a caramel candy. Maybe it's just my diet. Well, this is Doshin @Ignister, a level 1 Earth Sutff effect monster, attack 100, defense 800. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. If you control an @Ignister monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Hey, extenders is on top of the surging. Okay. You can target one Sutff Link monster in your graveyard, so, I guess you need to have conducted your turn to get to this point. A little bit extra, perhaps. Return it to the extra deck, and if you do, add one I Love Fusion from your deck to your hand. Hey, it's gonna get hot in here. So we have a extender as well as at any point, actually. So it's not like on summon. You can target it while it's on the field. So you can just special summon this, keep going up, and then, like, do the Link monster back and get a search. So it's self-replacing cards, again, good in a meta deck, but none of these are really These are bad stats for the core monsters, so they better be searching out something big. Hiyari Adignister, level 1 Water Cyberse effect monster, attack 300, defense 400. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. If you control an Adignister monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Alright, another extender. You contribute one other Cyberse monster. Add one level 5 or higher Adignister monster from your deck to your hand. So, it's gotta be another on board. Alright, that's fine. That's accessible. That's easy. We have self-replacing searchers. Also, this card's level becomes 4 until the end of the turn, so it becomes big. Then, if you tributed a Link monster to activate this effect, so even like a Link 1 Cyberse, you can add one Eyes Ritual from your deck to your hand. Where is this going? This is going everywhere. Holy crap. And next up, we have a different kind of blue monster than I would have expected. We do have the Ritual. Water Leviathan at Ignister. Level 7 Water Cyberse Ritual Effect Monster. Attack 2300, defense 2000. You can Ritual summon this card with Eyes Ritual. You can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. If this card is Ritual Summoned, you can return all monsters your opponent controls with 2300 or less attack to the hand. So you basically board wipe everything smaller than the small boys. You can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, return as many Link monsters as possible from your graveyard into the extra. Remember, there were other cards that like Links in the graveyard, so this could hurt your resources later. And if you do, that target's attack becomes 0. Oh, okay, I'm a fan, so you take care of the bigger problems left on board. Once per damage calculation, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can have that opponent's monster's attack during damage calculation only. Well, you're turning something to 0. I guess it can, like, change something else to 0. It doesn't say till the end of the turn, so you can permanently nerf it in terms of attack these days. That still becomes a resource later for them. But you take care of one big boy problem, then you turn to another and take it out as well, helping you basically deal with any established board in a level 7 ritual form. Okay, I'm down with it. It's not like the end-all be-all, but that's a really insane great tool that gets tutored out almost for free. This boy has a lot of effects. Earth Golem Adignister, level 7, Earth Cyberse Fusion Effect Monster. Does this just have everything? We've already seen an Xyz, a Ritual. We have a Tuner. We have a Fusion. So this is a material of a Cyberse monster plus a Link monster. You can only use this card's name's three effects once per turn. You take no damage for the rest of the turn after this was Fusion summoned. Okay, I guess, bonus. If this card attacks a monster, special summoned from the extra deck, it gains attack equal to its original attack during the damage step. So that's not battles, it's attacks. But that's still a really good, like, it gets over anything by battle. When this card is destroyed by battle, so reversely, I guess you can just get attacked over. It's 2300 as well. You can target one Cyberse monster in your graveyard except Earth Golem Adignister, special summon it. Again, the key here with all these cards, self-replacing, floating. I'm liking that, but it's so spread out so far. Synchro, Fusion, everything. Wind Pegasus at Ignister is a level 7 Wind Cyber Synchro effect monster, attack 2300, defense 1500. Materials, 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. During your main phase, you can destroy any number of spell/traps your opponent controls up to the number of at Ignister monsters you control. That's fair. Stratos. Alright. If this card is on your field or in your graveyard, and another card you control is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card, then target one card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. That's actually pretty nice. So after he's gone, he is still a resource as well. That's what I'm getting. Everything does something after it's gone as well. But wait, there's more deck. I'm enjoying this. Yo, we got a field spell up in here. What doesn't this deck have? Well, I assume we're going to get a Ritual Infusion by what was revealed. Ignister Island. A field spell card. And I know I'm probably triggering some of you guys. AI. Okay. You can only use this card's name second effect once per turn. First effect, if you control no monsters in your main monster zones, you can special summon one level 4 or lower at Ignister monster from your hand. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters with the same attribute with the effect of Ignister Island. And you cannot special summon monsters except for Cyberse monsters. Ooh, so restrictive. But there's so many different types in the deck that it guarantees you can go up some route. So it is an extension play or starter play. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one Ignister monster from your graveyard, set this to your field zone. Yo, self-replacing as well. So you can continue. There doesn't seem to be a restriction here on the first effect. So, besides the fact that it stops you from going upwards in different routes. That is very, very interesting. Oh, look, it's little AI spot. This is KMC Idol Reborn. Idol. Spell. Quick play. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. Target one Ignister monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. For the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except Cybers monsters. We're Cybers locking, boys. What did I say about looking at cheap Cybers cards like Transcode Talker? 2. During attack declaration and battle between two monsters, you can banish this card and one card from your hand. Then target one spell/trap in your graveyard amongst your banished cards, except Idol Reborn, and add it to your hand. Self-replacing once again. These cards are so freaking good. They're so spread out, but they're so freaking good. I love Fusion. Aw. Normal spell card. You can activate one card with this card's name per turn, so that's kind of an odd limit. It does have Fusion in the name, so Predaplant Engine blocks. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Fusion summon one Cyverse Fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters you control or have in your hand as materials. If you're using Ignister monster or monsters as material, you can also use a Link monster your opponent controls as material. If I recall something used, yeah, let me see here. One Cyverse monster, one Linky boy. Oh, well played, well played. And it's for any Cyverse Fusion monster, so there's a couple very few options there for you. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, but it gets the extra effect for adding this, and we're finally at the end with one of the cutest card arts ever. We've got Eyes Ritual. This ritual spell card is used to ritual summon any Cyverse ritual monster. So, do we have a name for pre-prep? Tribute Ignister monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the monster you ritual summon. Then ritual summon one Cyberse ritual monster from your hand. So specifically tribute Ignister monsters. Yikes. If you control an Ignister monster when you activated this card, you can also banish Ignister monsters from your graveyard instead of tributing. So there is a bonus / plus, but this will be at Ignister locked. It is not pre-preppable. What an archetype. Archetype to come together. I really think this is super diverse, but everything does something. Everything pulls its work with multiple effects and multiple ways to get your advantage back on top of its extensions. I think this is really freaking good and has a high potential, but it might be too spread out. It might be a little too much. And then the field spell gives a lot of choking to that upward ability by stopping you of summoning same type, so you have very specific routes. It'll be interesting to see what routes duelists come up with for this. I'm still pretty excited for how it'll move forward, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below who have been waiting for this. I do not think this is trash. I think every single card screams competitive play in terms of how it's built. But I am scared it's spread out a little too thin and in too many directions. But it seems like a pretty solid engine straight out. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these late night news videos whenever I happen to not have headed out to the gym yet and I catch the eyes of something really, really awesome that I've been waiting for. And I'm not disappointed in this. I still think there's potential, but I'm not sure of the route for it yet. Thanks for watching, everybody.